I told you not to come here, Mason.
Nice mess.
I had to. I needed you to hear this.
You do not belong here. Go load another truck. Charlotte Hayes laughed, loud enough for every guest inside the luxury charity gala in Dallas, Texas to hear. Cameras turned. Investors smirked. A security guard stepped toward Mason Brooks, a 41-year-old single dad from Fort Worth who still wore the worn Navy suit he had saved for special days. Mason never argued. He only bent down to pick up the small wooden keychain his 8-year-old daughter Emma had carved with the words, "Best Dad Ever." Charlotte kicked it across the marble floor and smiled. The room laughed with her. Nobody knew Mason had spent the last 12 years rebuilding broken warehouse systems across Texas while raising Emma alone after losing his wife. He had driven 300 miles that morning because he carried one simple proposal that could save Charlotte's struggling logistics company from bankruptcy. He only wanted 5 minutes. Instead he was treated like he was invisible. Even the television host joked that some workers forgot where they belonged. Only a young security guard named Caleb quietly whispered, "I am sorry, sir." Just as Mason reached the exit, an older woman walked through the ballroom with 2 attorneys. Her name was Evelyn Ross, one of the largest transportation investors in America. She announced that her investment group had secretly purchased 51% of the company 1 hour earlier. Before signing the final agreement, she wanted to meet the engineer whose recovery plan every consultant had praised. That engineer was Mason Brooks. Charlotte stared in disbelief. She had ignored every email because she judged the man instead of reading his work. Charlotte tried to defend herself, but another surprise followed. The board revealed they had already voted to replace the CEO after months of poor leadership. Evelyn smiled and handed Mason the company badge. The entire ballroom became silent before employees slowly stood and applauded. Caleb was the first. Mason accepted the role without celebrating. He walked straight to Caleb and thanked him for showing kindness when nobody else would. That night he returned home to Fort Worth. Emma asked if people liked her lucky keychain. Mason smiled and held it close. They laughed at me for being a worker. But being a worker taught me how to build something worth protecting. And that was the only victory that truly mattered.